Good evening and welcome to some Tuesday night crossover Muskingum Valley League action as the visiting Riverview Black Bears coming in at 6-6 and 2-3 in the big school MVL division take on the host of the Meadowbrook Colts, who are 7-3 and 4-0 in the small school MVL division. Producing the live stream tonight is Shylene Castillo, as always, does a great job. I'm Darren McCullough, and with me is the legendary, the outspoken,
Woo!
You never know what he's going to say, Heath Dawson.
Train, good to join you tonight. Yeah, I was a little wound up on Saturday night here against the Sales. It's funny, probably the most discussed game that I've had with people since you and I have started doing this. I think about 4 years. We were talking the other night.
Yeah, three or four.
So a lot of people reaching out and said, hey, they could tell you and I's frustration and just kind of a moment of shock at times. But, that was Saturday. Tonight's tonight. You can't dwell on what happened the other night. It's time to move on. They're playing a tough Riverview team coming in here at 6-6. And, in years past, Riverview has had a program that has been kind of down. I remember when I was coaching here at Meadowbrook for 3 seasons, you pretty much would see Riverview on the calendar and you would circle that as a W. No offense to that program, of course, back then. But nonetheless, Meadowbrook just had more firepower. Not so much this year. Riverview has shown a lot of ability to score, as we were talking off the air. And, I'm looking for an exciting ball game tonight as Riverview returns a couple big key returners from last year. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about those guys, Darren?
Yeah, they're returning their leading scorer, Owen Emig, number 35. He's averaging just over 22 points a game. And their other big-time player, Brody Border, number 11, he's averaging over 16 a game. Now, I'm kind of trying to look down at them warming up, seeing if I see number 11. I see a kid that's not dressed, and I don't see a number 11. I know he got hurt Saturday night, I think an ankle or knee injuries, so I didn't know about his availability tonight.
Yeah, I do not see 11. I've scanned everybody, and I'm not seeing him, so that must be him.
So, and unfortunately for Riverview, he's going to be unavailable probably tonight. But you never know. Could pull Willis Reed. We can't say for sure.
Hey.
So, but
I don't know if calling Meadowbrook's gymnasium the Garden is blasphemous here, but hey, we love our gym, so we've seen a lot of amazing things happen here over the years, especially with this Meadowbrook basketball program. You look at what they've done the last few years, and right now we're on an unprecedented run in this program's history with regional trips, state trips, and right now sitting at 7-3. Yeah, that DeSales game could be, like we said the other night, that could be a preview of things to come postseason once we hit late February. But you know what? Meadowbrook took a tough one the other night, a 22-point loss. But one thing I can guarantee, that Meadowbrook's going to take that game and learn from it because, when you get in the postseason tournament, you're going to see physical teams. And that might be a lesson for Meadowbrook to say, hey, we're going to start playing a little tougher as we get into this second half of the season.
Oh, yeah, definitely you got to play with toughness. And on the other side for Riverview, it was a good, bad weekend, you could say. It was a great Friday night for them as they went down to South Zanesville and upset Maysville.
Yeah, big win.
83-74, I believe. But then, unfortunately, Saturday night they lost by 10 to Licking Valley. And it looks like, unfortunately, 2 Border is going to be out tonight for them. So that's going to be a big loss. So we'll pause here and let you listen to the national anthem and the starting lineups. And we'll be back on the KGP Network. And we're ready for basketball action here at the cage. Head coach for the Riverview Black Bears, Ben Belden. Here you go, Heath. I bet you didn't know this. He's a Coach Von Cannell disciple, as he's a Dover graduate.
So in other words, well, no, he don't have a jacket on. I'd say he'd be taking his jacket off by mid-first, stomping at the refs. Some of Von Cannell's signature moves back in the day. I always enjoyed watching him. He was a character.
And Meadowbrook wins the tip. Dorsey with it, left wing. Sends it to Hupp, back over to Eibel, over to Webster. And double team on Singleton as he's got it now over to Eibel. Hupp looking in, doesn't see anything, looking to drive, gets in the paint, kicks it out to Dorsey, thinks about it. Now he's going to drive, pulls up inside the free throw line, no good. And it's going to stay Meadowbrook possession.
Tell you
We'll
what,
give Hupp the rebound on that.
Yeah, still a good take by Dorsey to get to the center of the paint. Again, we've talked about his moves this year, and you know what? One of the things I'm noticing, it seems like he's getting more and more patient, letting the game come to him a little bit more as the season progresses here.
Riverview ready for that little elevator screen for Jake up top. Good pass, lost, but
Hupp
nice
retrieves
job
it, by Hupp.
Reverse layup and in.
And I'll tell you what, Hupp has kind of become their garbage pail kid here lately. He has really done a lot of nice things on the boards.
Carter Fry with it here. Gets it to Gage Summers. Setting up the offense. Back to Fry. Going to be stolen by Dorsey.
Yeah.
Dorsey looking to attack. Puts it up high off glass. Rattles out and down. Yeah. Big steal and layup for Dorsey. 4-0
Yeah,
Colts.
seeing good things out of both Hupp and Dorsey early on. As I said, you know, you like to see those guys getting dirty, and I always have called them garbage pail kids, not because the stickers back in the day, those things were kind of interesting, but because they're not afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. And I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed watching Hupp the more and more we get into the season. He and Webster, Dorsey, they're just gritty players, and you know, you can see them. They ain't afraid to get down there and mix it up.
You can call them garbage pail kids. I'll call them junkyard dogs.
Hey, that's all right. And Dorsey was trying to get another one there, tried to pick Carter Fry's pocket.
Good man-to-man defense. He's going to hand it off to
almost
Summers.
Get a 5 count there. Dorsey's up in his grill.
He's looking to drive. Good help from Hupp. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Dorsey.
And I'll tell you what, that was all Hupp cutting him off. So
Webster top of the key. 3. No good.
There's
Rebounded by Hupp. Hupp puts it up and good. So Josh Hupp, the early scoring leader with 4 of the Meadowbrook 6 points here in the early going.
And remember, that I'm trying to remember if it was against Crooksville or the game before where Hupp was really active on the boards and had 4 or 5 putbacks like that. So, hey, again, that was
no good. So 3 opportunities there. One by Samsel, one by Bryson Fry, one by Carter Fry. Good job by Dorsey to redirect the first one as Jake Singleton cracks the scoring column with a lay-in from the left side, and it's timeout Riverview. So with 5:17 remaining, Riverview is going to use a full timeout here. Not the start they wanted. They're down 8-0.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll thank our sponsors, Graham Excavating, the Stimmer family, RHEA, Meadowbrook Teachers Union. It's kind of tough to say sometimes when you're trying to speak fast. Heath, go ahead with what you had.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you know, you saw Bryson Fry put that up, and then Samsel get it back, and then Carter Fry get it and put it up. 3 opportunities for Riverview, and, you know, no luck. But I'm not so sure. I think somebody blocked one of those shots down there.
I don't think Dorsey blocked it. He redirected it. It was the first shot by Samsel.
I knew he redirected Samsel's, but I thought maybe somebody else had put one up or got one there, maybe Hupp, but I couldn't see if they got a clear piece of the ball. But nonetheless, Meadowbrook a nice job keeping Riverview off the scoreboard so far. I couldn't spit it out, Darren. But yeah, you look, Meadowbrook's got a couple offensive boards. Hupp so far, and Dorsey a big steal and taking it down to score. So Meadowbrook definitely off to a better start tonight than what they did on Saturday night. Kind of reminiscent against Crooksville last Friday.
Yep. Sometimes all you have to do is throw that first punch and the other team caves.
Yep. And right
if they
now,
can't
more
counter,
pressure.
and there's an open underneath pass from half court. Samsel
Yeah.
lays it up and in.
That's from Gage Summers.
Gage Summers with the assist. Samsel's not really an offensive threat, but if he's got the layup, he's going to take it.
Not hard to score when you don't have anybody around you.
I would say he fits the mold of a Hupp and Webster as just a junkyard dog kind of kid. As Dorsey tries hitting the.
I don't know if Samsel played QB the way Hupp can.
Well,
so.
no, he can't. But Dorsey fall away, no good. Rebounded by Carter Fry.
Carter Fry. I'm gonna have to make sure that we say Carter because there's 2 Fries tonight. So
everybody
2
likes
fries, one more Fry, and it'd be a small order. So.
Emig with the jump shot.
Yeah,
good.
Silky smooth by Emig.
There's a reason why he's averaging 22 a game. I mean, him and Singleton can possibly put on a show against each other tonight, as Hupp's going to draw a foul.
Yeah. I didn't know if they were going to call it or they were going to get him on to travel, but yeah, they're going to say that. Bryson Fry, but I'm not. Yeah, it is Bryson.
And it is going to be a 2-shot.
Yep, 2-shot foul.
I was going to say my question was going to be whether it's like you said, whether it's going to be a travel or a foul, if it was going to be a shooting or non-shooting foul. But they give him 2 here.
Yeah, Bill Wilkinson, name that most people will know, longtime Cambridge guy, on the call there. So it's always good to see Bill.
Hupp knocks down the first free throw. Make it 9-4 Colts.
I don't know. I think Bill now lives in Marietta, if I'm not mistaken.
And the second shot is up and good. 10-4.
Both of Bill's boys, little story, both of his boys, Austin and Trevor, they were really good three-point shooters there at Cambridge when Cambridge had a good little squad there for a few years, and they did nice work outside.
That was probably a little bit Don Vogt.
Yeah,
maybe
it was Vogt's tenure.
Samsel, finds.
Hey, maybe he was the QB with that kind of a pass.
So Samsel finds Emig as
the
Colts.
And Jake answers back. They're going to call it a 2, though.
The long jumper from Jake Singleton gives him 4.
Yeah,
Emig's going to lift the 3 here. That's going to be short. Rebounded by
5.
Riverview. It's going to be Summers. So Carson Fry. Bryson Fry. I mixed Carter and Bryson's together a little bit there.
And that was Summers, and then you have Carter Fry on the offensive glass and puts it in.
Good. So 12-8 now as Riverview. The Black Bears are clawing back.
Yes, they are. And I don't think you meant to pardon the pun there.
No, that was pun intended. Flare to Jake Singleton. He's going to pull up a little running baseline jumper.
And you know that's going down.
Wow, that's a tough shot that probably 90% of people have no chance of making it, but with him, it's
in.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the most enjoyable players to watch as far as scores go in Meadowbrook history.
He makes shot fake, gets Webster up, can't miss, make it.
Okay.
And it's going to go possession Meadowbrook. So Dane Singleton and Trayvon Mayo have checked in for Dorsey and Hupp. Glad Trayvon decided to get a little more sticky from the slip knot there just when the ball was inbound.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Remember we were talking about it the other night. Trayvon really did a lot of good things against the Sales the other night when he came in. Remember the Sales was up pretty sizable. I think it was about an 18-point lead when Trayvon came in. They cut it down to about 10. So he did a nice job the other night.
Jake pulling the 3, no good. Rebounded by Samsel. Emig over to Summers.
With a little jump stop.
Carter Fry looking to drive.
And Dane.
And we're going to have a foul on Dane Singleton.
Yep.
I thought at first he was going to call a jump ball.
That's what I thought the same thing, but I think that extra half a second that he took to make the call, he decided it was a foul.
So Carter Fry at the line. Hits the back iron off on the first one. Josh Hupp's going to check back in, this time for Eibel.
I'll tell you what, I looked up the clock and saw 1:52. It seems like this quarter's flying by.
Now, Alex Griffin's going to check in for Gage Summers for Riverview. Second
Missed
shot
second.
is off, rebounded by Dane
Dane,
Singleton.
yeah.
Webster with it up top. Gets it over to Jake, looks in, now kicks it back up top to Hupp. Over to Webster, down to Mayo, and we're going to have a whistle here. It's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, illegal screen, I think, on Hupp maybe.
I don't know if
they still haven't put it up on the board yet, so
well,
I think it was on Hupp for sure.
I don't know if Bill Wilkinson had a little captain in him or what, because he did the old from that commercial.
Yeah.
with this call. Emig being guarded by Mayo.
Yep.
Gets it over to Griffin. Now 22, who just checked in recently, it's Jaden Adams. He gets it to Emig, lifts the
And I tell you
three.
what, Trayvon did a nice job of closing out on him. And no,
It's gonna be up and,
up and down. Yep. So Trayvon did a nice recovery on Emig to force him to miss the shot. Webster gets the rebound and throws it away, and then Riverview then travels. So.
Woo. Cutter Webster, or excuse me, Hupp from Mayo.
And
it's
tapped
off.
it out. Yep.
And rebound to the Black Bears. So Meadowbrook's thrown the first punch with an 8-0 run to start the game, but
yeah, led by Hupp and Singleton, each with 6.
But Riverview's stayed with them since. That's 14
yeah,
to 8.
Since that 5:17 mark timeout, they were up 8-0. So
yep.
they actually outscored them by 2 since that timeout.
And that's going to be a turnover there.
Yeah. Jake's like, I didn't touch it. I have to tend to agree with him. I didn't see it either, but again, my old eyes, I can't see quite that far anymore.
I thought it was the old zig and zag on the Riverview Black Bears, but they're going to retain possession, and now
that one's going. Yes.
I was like, wait a minute, let's wait for the official call.
And again, my old eyes can see that one.
So 14 to 8. Meadowbrook will hold for the last shot here, more than likely. Singleton bringing it up, hands it off to Mayo. Up top to Hupp.
Yeah, nice screen by Dane. That's a great screen by Dane.
Boom.
Wow.
So Hupp with the assist.
Yeah.
Jake with the 3.
I mean, I tell you what, you when you see plays like that, you want to get excited about the score, or the guy who passed the ball. But that doesn't happen without that screen down low from Dane. And he held it and sealed him nice. So great closing play by the Colts to take a 9-point edge into the second frame here.
So at the end of the first quarter, it's 17-8 Colts. We'll be back with second quarter action after a quick break. Welcome back. Second quarter action here at the Cage. Meadowbrook on top 17-8. Riverview possession as Jaden Adams gives it to Owen Emig. He's going to quickly lift the 3. Back iron no good. Jake Singleton coming down with it. Trayvon Mayo passes it in to Dorsey. Dorsey backs guy
nice
down.
Job, yeah.
Puts it off glass and in. Give the Colts their biggest lead of the night, 19-8. Emig over to Samsel. Gage Summers looking to drive middle. Doesn't have anything.
3
Kind of stuck in
seconds.
no man's
Yeah, I'm
land.
surprised
Gets
he
it
didn't-
out.
Surprised he didn't get called for 3 seconds in there.
Emig now looking to drive. Gets cut off by Mayo. He pulls.
Tried to get the acting job there. He wanted the foul, but he's not going to get such a call there.
So Trayvon doing a good job here early on, guarding Emig, really forcing him into some tough shots.
And yeah, you see that, early on, Ivor was in the game, but Coach Jarrett decided to bring in Trayvon on Emig, so maybe he likes that matchup a little bit better tonight.
Webster with it. Gets it over to Jake Singleton. Corner three's good. So Jake starting to heat up here as he now has 12. And the Colts extend their lead to 22-8. Emig over to Fry to Summers, who's driving the middle.
Yeah, Singleton with the block.
And that's going to be a little no soup for you from Singleton to Summers. Inbounds to Griffith. Over to Emig. He's really having to work for everything as he drives baseline. But Dorsey saying no soup for you and gets the board. And Meadowbrook's going to force a pass, and it's out of bounds, so it's going to go back to the Black Bears. With 6:24 remaining in the half, and we're going to have another sub. It looks like Bryson Fry is re-entering the game for Griffith. To Emig, who's been more of an off guard for most of this first half, has kind of been bringing it up the past couple times as the Meadowbrooks went from their full court pressure to a half court man. Fry gets it over to Emig. Still nothing as Webster's on him here. Samsel over to Summers.
Meadowbrook has done a great job on the defensive end.
Now they get it to Emig, and Webster almost deflected one off of Emig, but it's going to stay Riverview possession.
Yeah, and ever since we talked about Meadowbrook hanging, or Riverview hanging tight at 14-8, Meadowbrook is now on an 8-0 run.
And we're going to have a foul on Hupp there. So that's going to be his second.
Actually, Meadowbrook now, believe it or not, that's 10-0 because it was 12-8, looking down at my scoring stats. So, yeah, they're on a 10-0 run right now. And that's a tough one on Hupp to get his second.
And Alex Griffith's going to check back in for Owen Emig. Summers a trigger man looking. Gets it into Griffith. Over to Samsel.
I'll tell you what, Samsel's rocking that Quinn Ewers haircut there.
I think that's a high school haircut now. As that shot up no good from Bryson Fye, rebounded by Webster.
I'll tell you what, I had that haircut in the 6th grade.
Webster top free throw line to Dorsey, drives, falls away, no good, rebound by Griffith.
Problem is, I don't think it was in fashion when I had it.
Well, we'll say it's in fashion now.
Hey, listen,
but
I'm telling you, I talk about haircuts. My mom had me rocking the Acorn when I was about 5 years old. I had the original Bieber haircut before he ever had the Bieber, but again, it wasn't cool when I had it.
I was always partial to the spiked hair back in the day.
Oh, the Spikeroonie, huh? Went through the Paul Mitchell, did you?
With the old Sting WCW haircut.
Oh.
And that shot's up no good, but it's going to be a foul on Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
So Carter Fry is going to be at the line.
Yeah, I think he's going to send him to the line on that one. Did you happen to get to see Klay Thompson's return the other night?
Yeah, the Jackie Moon-like haircut.
That's what brought me to it.
Fry now 0 for 3 at the line here as he misses that one.
Yeah, good to see Klay Thompson back after having 2 horrendous injuries, man. That's working your tail off to get back.
And he gets that one to fall.
Stops the run.
Carter Fry has 3 points now as they cut the lead 22-9. Eibel. Oh,
Oh,
deflected
Samsel,
by
yeah.
Samsel. It's going to go out of bounds and stay possession Meadowbrook. Good job by Slater. Samsel using that hand closest to the ball, getting the deflection.
I'll tell you what, I can't remember. I know he's a Boswell guy. Tim's his name. He's a karate guy. But I'm telling you what, that ref is his doppelganger. I got to figure out what that guy's last name is from somebody because he looks a lot like him.
Dorsey tries to pass, gets away, gets Eibel, retrieves it, gets it over to Trayvon 3, no good. Summers with the rebound. Riverview pushing it as Bryson Fry's got it. Gets it over to Samsel. Samsel tosses it to Summers. Summers looking to drive. Had Samsel on the roll, but he didn't see him. Now
Yeah,
Carter
nice.
Fry's going to drive. No soup for you
No.
from Dorsey. Now Mayo on the other end puts it up. No good, but he's going to draw the foul.
Tell you what, Meadowbrook's having a block party tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3. Yeah, that's 3 in this quarter now.
They've sent the SWAT patrol out.
Yeah, and that's that foul, I believe, was on Samsel. Yes, his first.
Yeah.
Later Samsel.
That free throw by Mayo's going to go in. As Alex Griffin's going to check back in this time for
Yeah,
Slater
so that
Samsel.
puts Trayvon in the scoring column now.
Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by
Carter Fry.
Carter Fry. Emig drives baseline. Missed the layup.
Well, Dorsey's footsteps, I think, kind of intimidated him.
Good job by Carter Fry to clean it up. Yeah, his presence definitely changed that shot as Jake Singleton comes right back on the other end for the deuce from the left block.
Yeah, I think he thought Dorsey was going to send that to midcourt, but thought better. There's Emig again.
And that's his first bucket of the second quarter as he pulls up just inside the 3-point line.
Yeah, if he gets a little opening, he's got a nice shot, but they've made him work for everything tonight. So
Eibel, high post to Dorsey, looking to drive. Goes to the right, spins back to the left, pulls a shot up, gets the roll.
That's the move that I've enjoyed watching Dorsey pull off this year. That little spin move at the top of the paint has given him all kinds of space this year. So
Thought he might have got a little and one as he got hit on the arm when he shot it. But
I thought so too, but hey, I used all my complaining for Saturday night's broadcast. I think I used it up for the season. So Jake, nice job on Bryson Fry there, yeah.
Alex Griffith over to Carter Fry to Gage Summers.
And Easton's back in, picking him up. Yeah,
And Emig's got it looking to drive, and they're going to call a little bump from Trayvon.
Little bump.
Apparently Romeo didn't hear the whistles. He knocks it down of Fry's hand.
That's 6 already now on Meadowbrook. So one more, and Riverview will be going to the line, trying to get back into it from the line. So Meadowbrook up 14, though, with 2:49 to go here.
Dane Singleton checking in for Dorsey. Fry to Emig, looking. Gets it up top to Summers. Over to Griffith. And he's going to pass it out of bounds to Emig.
It's only Riverview's 4th turnover of the game, though, and only first of this quarter. So neither team really has played sloppy. I mean, Meadowbrook has 3 and Riverview has 4, so both teams doing a nice job taking care of the basketball.
Jake Singleton over to Trayvon. Almost lost
it. I say that, yeah. To jinx them.
Now Eibel, left wing inside to Mayo. Shot up front iron, no good. It's going to go Riverview's way.
And I was getting ready to say, Eibel hasn't even attempted a shot tonight, so kind of rare to not see him have at least a shot or two so far into the game.
So Meadowbrook now applying a little soft full court man pressure as Emig's bringing it up. Gets it over to Griffith. Summers calling for it in the post, doesn't get it, gets out of there. Gets it up top now. Passes it over to Carter Fry. He's looking around into the post to Summers. Summers looking to back down, scoops it over to Griffith. Shot fake, and that's going to be a foul on Mayo.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a 1-1 here for Alex Griffin.
Yeah, that one was a no-doubter.
Tried cutting him off there, but
Yeah.
kind of got a little bit too much of the body.
A little body. Put the Black Bears at the line for a 1-1 here. Can't see the back of the jersey train.
Alex Griffin, 41.
Okay, Griffin, thank you.
So his first shot up and good.
So, yeah, Riverview's just their second free throw of the night. Or made, I should say. This will be their 6th attempt of the game. They're so far 2 of 5.
And the second shot is up and good.
See what? Griffin has it kind of, did you notice he has kind of a little hitch there
Uh-huh.
in his shot?
He got a little bit of a seizure to his shot.
Yeah, a little Reggie Miller in him. But yeah, he's
Singleton
silky
tried to
smooth.
step back.
I
Good job by
thought-
Hemig.
He had Hemig in the air. I thought he was going to get a and one on a 3 maybe.
3 no good from Eibel. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay Meadowbrook possession.
Well, I think it was already on the line before Jake grabbed it, so I know that Riverview don't like it, but
Yeah.
it hit the
Coach-
baseline before Jake grabbed it. So.
Coach Belton and his staff aren't very happy about the call.
But
Dorsey with
oh,
it,
I
passes
was
it.
going to say,
Oh, just a
Webster
little
was
too
wide
late.
open. Nice steal by Summers.
Just a little too late, didn't seem. Summers coming up
Webster
to
was
steal.
down there.
Almost stolen back by the
Jake.
Colts. Summers is going to scoop one up.
With the,
No good, but he's going to draw a foul.
Yeah, and he went in with his left hand on that side, so don't see that often.
Especially for someone who's right-handed.
Right. But Train, you being left-handed, you would probably appreciated that.
I shoot right-handed, though.
What?
Bat left-handed, hit golf balls left-handed. Everything right left-handed.
So he made the first.
Yep, Summers knocks down the first. And he hits the second.
I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn most of the time, so. But as I tell you what, as I played a lot in college, I got better, especially when I started
Singleton,
playing.
3,
Oh,
good.
nice.
Jake
Nice.
Singleton just doing it on his own there. He has 17 now. Inside the Fried, and he's going to go at the line. So Carter Fry's going to go back to the line where he's already 1 for 4.
Must be patriotic night. Yeah, guy waving his flags. And
that free throw is off.
yes.
Second shot up and good for Carter Fry.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a polar opposite of his first shot. The second one was silky
Second
smooth.
one's like
yeah.
a Bill Cartwright-esque.
Right.
As Jake's looking to drive, doesn't have anything, kicks it out the Dorsey.
He was
now
wanting
up top
Webster
to
to
Webster.
cut.
Webster's driving, and he's going to get fouled, and he's going to be at the line shooting too. So we've turned this last couple minutes into a free throw contest.
Summers.
I see that Coach Norman's here tonight. I think he'll be signing autographs for those in attendance at halftime after leading the Colts to a football team to a great season. And how we talked about earlier, you talked about the great success that the basketball program has. Well, the senior football program from Meadowbrook, they set a lot of records this year as the best, most wins in a 4-game stretch or 4-season stretch. So really, there's been a lot of great things going on athletically and academically here at Meadowbrook High School. As Webster misses the second, they're going to say he stepped over the line before it touched the rim. So it's going to be possession to Black Bears with 44.2 left in the first half.
Yeah, Steve-O, he's a good guy, but man, he's got one strike against him as a Cardinals fan.
And that's a big strike, too.
And as 2 Cubs fans broadcasting, yeah, that's a big strike.
I got to tease him a few different times about the Cardinals when he came came on for the pregame show as the shot's up no good by Summers. Gets his own rebound, and now he's going to go to the line shooting two, as I believe the foul's going to be on Jake, a reach-in foul.
Jake, that's his first. So, yeah, like you said, Darren, man, this has been a foul fest here for about the last minute and a half. And, you know, looking over, Meadowbrook has 10 fouls. Riverview with just 3. So
you would expect a different score.
Yeah,
Outcome.
you almost kind of feel like it was the other night when with DeSales. Meadowbrook had all those fouls, and DeSales hardly had any.
Second shot by Summers off the front iron, no good, and Dane Singleton rips it down. So now Meadowbrook will be holding for the final shot. As Jake passes it over to Eibel, cuts through. Now he's coming back up top.
Oh, man.
And the clock's still running even though we're out of time.
The funny thing is Eibel knew Webster was open, but Webster didn't know he was open. Just half a second earlier, if he had looked around, he had an easy deuce.
I'm guessing on that play, 9 times out of 10, Jake pops up top open for the 3. So Webster's like, well, he's going to hit the 3 here. I don't have to. I don't have to worry about doing anything.
He's getting his spot in the paint so he can get that tap in at the buzzer. But yeah, so here comes athletic director Wheeler, Jeff Wheeler, over to the scorer's table as we have a little clock malfunction. There's probably about 2.5 to go when that went out of bounds. So they're going to say 5 seconds.
I was going to say 3.1 is where I was going.
I thought it was about 2.5. They're going to say 4.2. So good work by Meadowbrook people over there getting the things right. So
we're going to still have a little lengthy conversation as somebody must have thrown the red flag. So at this point, we'll thank our sponsors.
I think Riverview's coach wants more time. Now it's back to 5. So
real quick, we'll thank our sponsors, Graham Excavating, Stemmer Family, and RHEA, Meadowbrook Teachers Union, as Emig has it. Driving, step back 3, no good. And
that was a nice job by Webster.
That's going to do it for the first half. Meadowbrook leads 30-18. We'll be back after a quick break with first half statistics and analysis here on the KGP Network. Welcome back, Meadowbrook High School, as the Colts lead 30-18 here at the half. Meadowbrook came out guns a-blazing and grabbed an 8-0 lead that led to a Riverview timeout before Riverview rebounded and closed that gap to 12-8 before Meadowbrook ended up taking a 17-8 lead at the end of the first quarter. Meadowbrook extended that lead to as much as 14 in the second quarter before it turned into a free throw contest in the final 2 minutes, with Meadowbrook grabbing a 30-18 halftime lead. Looking down at scoring for the visiting Riverview Black Bears, leading with 6 points each, were Owen Emig and Carter Fry. And then with 2 points apiece, Gage Summers, Slater Samsel, and Alex Griffith. On the other hand, for Meadowbrook, 4 guys cracked the scoring column and led as usual, by Jake Singleton with 17 points, including 3 threes. With 6 points apiece, Josh Hupp all coming into first quarter where he got off to a great start, and Romeo Dorsey with 6. And the other point goes to Trayvon Mayo as he split a pair at the free throw line. That's your scoring. Now on to team statistics and analysis from Heath.
Okay, so on the offensive side of things, Meadowbrook, again, we've talked about so many times their shooting this year. 12 of 21 from the floor, including 3 of 7 from downtown. On the flip side, Riverview, 6 of 23 from the field and 0 of 6 from downtown. As far as rebounds, Riverview, believe it or not, had a slight edge on the boards, 15-14. Leaders from Meadowbrook would have been Jake Singleton with 3. On the visitor side, Carter Fry had 5 and Gage Summers had 3. Meadowbrook had 4 assists. Drew Webster, the leader, with 2. 1 player each for Riverview had an assist each. Steals, Meadowbrook has been getting a lot of steals in game. Remember, against Crooksville the other night, Jake had 7 in the first half. Meadowbrook just with 1 that first quarter, and that was Romeo Dorsey on a steal and coast to coast. For Riverview, Bryson Fry and Gage Summers each with 1. As far as blocks go, Meadowbrook had 3. Romeo Dorsey with 2 and Jake Singleton with 1. Riverview didn't have any blocks. As far as turnovers, again, both teams did a nice job of taking care of the basketball. Riverview had 4, Meadowbrook with 5. So there are your team stats.
They're definitely, like we were saying, Meadowbrook came out on fire, jumped off to that big 8-0 lead, and I feel they kind of a lot of it was with their full court pressure, but they kind of got out of that full court pressure, and it kind of gave Riverview a little bit of confidence there.
Yeah, Meadowbrook early on forced, remember, 2 turnovers by Riverview and got out to an 8-0 lead. You had 2 buckets by putbacks. Remember, Josh Hupp had 2 of those, and then you had a bucket by Dorsey and a bucket by Jake, so they were up 8-0 quickly. And then Riverview head coach Bolden calls Ben Belden, calls a timeout, and then Riverview kind of settled down from that point, got back into the ball game. It was 12-8, and then all of a sudden Meadowbrook woke up. Jake hit a bucket, and then remember, hit that big 3 as Hupp found him on the assist and Dane sealed a guy for that triple going into the second quarter. And then Meadowbrook again scored the first 2 buckets, a deuce by Dorsey and a triple by Jake, and all of a sudden they had a 10-0 run and then extended that 12-8 lead to a 22-8. And it just seemed like that ever since then, Riverview has kind of been battling an uphill battle here.
Yeah, apologies. You got Coach Belden confused with former Florida State and Arizona Cardinals wide receiver Anquan Bolden.
Yeah, Bolden.
But both, I think, running nice, crisp routes, and Bolden, who I believe his receiving record might have got broke one of his receiving records by Jalen Waddle this year, maybe.
Jalen Waddle, it was Jalen Waddle. I was going to say Jamar Chase, but it was Jalen Waddle. You're right. So, I mean,
we're a wealth of knowledge here on the KGP live stream.
Never want to give an Alabama player credit, but hey, he did it, and Waddle's he is a special talent for sure.
So it's going to be Meadowbrook basketball here to start the second half.
You never know what kind of knowledge we're going to drop during a KGP broadcast.
Most of the time it's useless.
It is. But I know people laugh because they send us messages or say something to us in person saying you guys are ding dong. So
I like to say
I take it as a compliment.
my buddy Brian Folks, who's John Glenn's JV boys coach, he's like, yeah, that and 65 cents will buy you a pop.
Yep.
As
Ivel was, if he would cut,
Dorsey shot no good as
Webster
fight for the
tried
board.
yeah.
Rebounded by Emig. He kicks it up to 24.
Yeah.
That's
Bryson
Fry, and it's good. 3 by Jake Singleton, no good. Rebound by Samsel.
So now a little quicker pace starting this quarter.
Samsel playing scrappy here, got the rebound and kind of deflected one off that was rebounded by Fry in the last possession. Summers deflected by Webster, but goes back to Summers. He's driving down the middle, no good, but Emig's going to retrieve it. And he's going to lift the 3, and it's good. So quickly, a 12-point lead is now cut to 7. Webster looking, gets it over to Singleton. Singleton looking in the post, deflected away by Bryson Fry. Now it's going Dorsey. He gets it over to Webster, puts it up. No good.
Samsel on the block.
Samsel active here in the second half. So we got a scrap for the ball. Webster's going to get it himself as Singleton's going to find Hupp for the lay-in. And we're going to have, thankfully, a timeout. And I believe Webster got his own rebound.
Yeah, it was
Great hustle.
Webster on the shot. Samsel had the block. He gets his own rebound, gets it up to Jake. Jake starts driving, kicks it down into the block to Hupp, and Hupp with the deuce. So there you are on the quick catch-up.
That was the good scrappy play on both ends. You love it when kids get on the floor for those loose balls, and Webster is able to retrieve it, tap it over to Jake, and he's able to find an open Hupp for the lay-in.
Yeah, and as you said, it was nice to get that timeout because, man, it seemed like the action picked up very quickly here in the third quarter. We didn't really see that in the first half there.
I believe Ron Burgundy said it best. That intense pretty quickly. So 9-point lead. Riverview with it. Gage Summers walking it up. Gets it over to Emig. Passes up top to Samsel. Over to Fry. To Summers up top. Late pass to Emig, but Emig's going to get it, be in the paint, looking around,
Webster
doesn't have
cutting
anything.
off at the high block.
Now Summers looking around. Passes it over to Carter Fry. Samsel over to Emig. Emig looking around. Decides he's just going to pull it. That's good, and it's going to be Meadowbrook possession as it hits one of the top bars.
Tell you what, that was from Steph Curry land.
He was shooting that from 209.
That's about the truth.
As Jake's going to drive left, draw the foul, and the bucket.
I'll tell you what, that's nice body control by Jake there as he's going in, knowing he's got 2 Riverview defenders coming over at him. And so nice job, Jake, by getting that deuce and one.
Foul's going to be on Carter Fry, going to be his first.
Carter Fry's first.
So just as soon as Riverview closes it to a 7-point game with the first 5 points of the second half, Meadowbrook's going to get it right back with 5 of their own to make it a 12-point lead again.
And Jake now up to 20 now for the game. Long ways to go.
Emig dribbling, gets it over to Samsel. Samsel gets a cutting Fry, who gets it out to Emig. Emig's going to lift a quick 3 again, splash down.
He does not need much space to get one off.
One thing is he's not afraid to shoot.
No.
As Hupp's going to almost turn it over, but he's going to retrieve it. Now he gets it into Dorsey, and the shot is not going to count.
Yeah, it was on the floor.
So that's going to be on.
Coach Jarrett don't like it, but yeah, that's the right call there.
That's going to be on Bryson Fry, so that's going to be his second. Ibo over to Hupp. He's going to lift the 3 from the right wing. No good. battle for the rebound is going to be a jump ball.
It's going to be Riverview possession, so Samsel credit him with the rebound.
And again, Samsel on the floor battling.
He's
hey, that's why I said
like
he
he's
was their
around, yeah.
he's their junkyard dog. I've
so
seen
far a couple rebounds and a block this third quarter, so he's kind of been their catalyst this quarter. He and Emig.
I try to see these MVO schools play at least once or twice before we see him
Get
in
to
person.
tournaments,
And obviously, Samson's one of those kids that like he's not going to
There he is,
beat you
wide
at
open.
20. He's not going to beat you
Oh,
at 20
he was trying to
points,
get
but
the
he's gonna play hard. As Fry's looking around, gets it to always a good person to pass it to.
Emig seems like he's always around the ball.
Oh, good rip through here from Fry. He's going to get the foul.
Yeah. Jake wanted the block, but they're going to call him, and I think they're going to send Fry to the line. That's Jake's second.
Good job by Bryson Fry, ripping it, looking to drive baseline.
I was going to say, was trying not to, well, I guess it is a 9-point ball game. My math almost, I looked up, I thought it was 11. So no, I was going to say you had a chance to knock at the single, but we're already at single digits.
And he missed the second one. Hupp has to save it, taps it over to Dorsey. Hupp has it left wing, looks into Dorsey in the post. Dorsey, little right-hander, no good.
I'm going to call Webster on the push off. Emig had the position, and Webster got caught with the push.
Yep, going up for the rebound. They're going to call the push on Webster and
give Webster a foul and Emig the rebound.
So 35-26, 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Thanks for listening to us here tonight.
You're at the almost midway. 3 ticks away from 4-minute mark here in the third. And I tell you what, Riverview has been scrappy. They're just hanging around. You know, a little 6-0 run, and they're right back in this thing.
And here's Summers getting the middle shot fake, wrapped around pass.
And Dorsey, his length is just giving them fits tonight. So
Eibel's going to come down with that rebound as Carter Fry had the miss, but Dorsey doesn't get the block, but he's credited with definitely redirecting it.
That's the third time tonight that he's done that, you know, and, I mean, his length is just giving Riverview some fits down there. He's blocked a couple shots, too, and when you see your teammates getting blocked and he's down there, kind of makes you think about what you're about
Jake
to do.
splits the double team, scoops it up and in off the glass.
I'll tell you what, is he not one of the best at that scoop shot? Yes.
Scoop layups.
He's patented that move.
And this one's tapped out of bounds. They're going to say it's off Samson.
That's Hupp. That's Hupp with getting that steal. So nice job, Hupp.
So it's going to be Meadowbrook possession as Mail checks in for Eibel with 3:09 to go in the third. Colts on top, 37-26. Definitely a back and forth third quarter as Riverview's outscored the Colts by 1 this quarter, 8-7.
I think Meadowbrook will take that this quarter in the fourth and get out of here with the win. Your boy Samson almost comes up with the steal.
If I was on that bench, I'd be yelling wrong hand, but there he is with the block.
Yeah. But yeah, that is now officially your boy Samson.
Oh, he is my boy. I'll admit it. Hey, I watched him play a couple different times. And,
you know, it's funny because over the years, you do like certain players. You know, you just grow fond of how they play the game. And I just talked to Drew's mom coming in tonight, Mrs. Webster, Tara, and you know, I've always been a fan of Drew and his game. So there's just certain players that you watch them and you just enjoy what they do, and it's usually those hustle guys. You know. May not be the have the most points, the most rebounds, whatever, but it's just some reason
it's those kids that don't get the accolades,
right,
so to speak. They're a valuable member of the team. Right. They're more valuable to the team than they are as far as a offensive or offensive threat. Really, more importantly.
I've always said they're not newspaper. You know, highlighted in the newspapers. What nice. There is my boy. There's my boy.
So Webster retrieving the rebound, puts it back.
I was off of
Singleton had the free throw line jumper.
Deuce.
And that's almost stolen by Dorsey. Summers gets it over to Fry. He lays it up and in. That's Carter Fry from Summers.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And it's going to be timeout Riverview as it's 39-28 with 2:05 to go, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout, I believe. Yeah, it'll be a, looks like, well, yes.
Tell you what.
Yes, looks like everybody's standing up, so a 30-second timeout.
Very, very too soon to start talking about Christmas, but maybe the Samsel family will send you a Christmas card, and the Webster family will send me a Christmas card this year.
Maybe.
Who knows? We can only hope so.
I have to admit, every time I hear Samsel, I want to say the Dumb and Dumber line Samsonite.
No, Samsonite. I don't know why I keep thinking with his hair, he's Samsel and Delilah. That's what I keep thinking. But hey, maybe his strength is in that his luscious locks.
So we'll thank our sponsors, live stream sponsors, Graham Excavating, the Stemmer family, RHEA. It's the second time I've struggled with the Meadowbrook Teachers Union as the Colts are bringing it up. Jake Singleton. They're going to trap him here at half court. He's going to get it over to Webster. He's going to get it to Dorsey, who passes to a cutting. Hupp
that's
almost.
a nice job by Hupp to keep that.
Now Mayo's going to get the open three. No good. Dorsey gets the rebound, and he's going to be fouled.
Tell you what, that was a nice ball movement by Meadowbrook there to get a swing pass over to Trayvon, and just couldn't get it to drop. But nice job by Dorsey to get that board.
Inbounds to Mayo. Clogged up in the middle as they're trying to get it to Jake up top.
They did call a foul on Samsel, so his second on that play there.
Gets it over to Dorsey.
Dorsey was looking at Webster real fast, too.
Spins back, looking, doesn't have anything, scoops it over to Mayo. Mayo up top to Singleton.
Reset things here.
Here's a flare to Jake, doesn't have it, but he finds a cutting. Dorsey getting triple teamed. He's going to lose it.
Bryson Fry.
He kicks it up ahead to Summers, who gets it back to Fry, lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Fry. Fry.
So Carter
Fry with the rebound.
24 Fry, Carter Fry with the rebound, the two attempt, and the second rebound, and then the putback. So, jeez.
And Hupp off the glass, rebound by Dorsey, up and good.
And that's
in,
be a foul. Yeah. And that was Carter Fry had fallen to the floor and reached up and grabbed Dorsey as he was going up. So
you got your small Fry down here as Bryson Fry had one shot and Carter Fry had two.
And I don't know who Dorsey rebounded at. I was trying to write all that down.
Hupp with the original shot, I believe.
Hupp, yeah, you're right. So
Dorsey's free throw, no good. Good hustle from Hupp, but Carter Fry's going to get the rebound.
Meadowbrook still, you look up, it's still just 11 points.
Yeah, it just seems like it's been an 11-point game.
It's hovering there the whole night. Oh, I think
Summers
got away with the travel there.
He gets it to Emig. He's shooting.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, man. Emig afraid.
Right elbow, shot up and good. Gives Summers the assist. 41-32, back to single digits.
I like Emig's game. He's a junior. Has he got an aunt that lives in the Rolling Hills School District? I like his game.
Summers getting aggressive, trying to tap one away from Jake
down
there.
To aunt and uncle if they live in our district, right? We can't get hit with recruiting violations, can we, Train?
We're not on staff.
There we go. Okay, good.
Jake driving up, gets it to roll around and down at the horn.
That's his second buzzer beater of the night.
And guess what? That makes it an 11-point game at the end of the third. So we'll thank our sponsors, Graham Excavating, the Stemmer family, and RHEA, the Meadowbrook Teachers Union. We'll take a quick break here in the KGP network and be back with fourth quarter action. Welcome back. Meadowbrook High School Start of the fourth quarter, Colts on top 43-32 in Muskingum Valley League crossover action with the Colts and the Riverview Black Bears. Possession is going to be Riverview's here to start, or excuse me, it's going to be Meadowbrook possession, excuse me, to start the fourth quarter. Up, passes it up top to Webster, dribbling around, gets it over to Jake Singleton. Denies the ball screen, looks to drive, fakes it, gives it up to Dorsey. Drive up, no good. Rebounded by Samsel. Quickly the other side, the Black Bears. Samsel over to Emig. Emig swings it over to Griffith. To Carter Fries. He's looking to drive down the middle, and he's going to be at the line shooting
Webster,
too. Or excuse me, that was Bryson Fry.
Bryson Fry, yeah, they're going to call him with the body on Webster, so he took quite a little spill to the floor there too, so good to see that he's all right.
So he's going to be shooting 2 here. I believe Riverview 6 of 14 at the line coming into these 2 free throws, so it's been a little bit of struggle at the charity stripe for the Black Bears. And he misses the first, as Gage Summers is going to check in for Griffith. Bryson Fry's second shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Hupp. Webster walking it across. Gets it over to Eibel. Swings it over to Singleton, being guarded by Summers. Gets the ball screen from Dane Singleton. Baseline jumper up and good for Jake Singleton. 24 now for him.
I'll tell you what, that's Dane's second big screen of the night to get a bucket by his cousin.
Setting some bone-crushing screens as one Fry misses it, but the other Fry gets the board. Carter Fry with the miss. Bryson Fry with the board. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay possession, Riverview. And it's going to be a foul on Dane Singleton.
Your reaction makes me wonder if you like that call, Train.
He made the block, but where the position we're at, we can't really see the body that well. It looked like a clean block, but he could have got him with the body.
Yeah, that's going to be Dane's third now. And Samson going to the line. Be his first trip to the line of the night.
And officials having a little discussion with
what's going on here.
Yeah, not really 100% sure on that conversation.
Comedy hour over there.
Must have wanted to know where the bus was stopping after the game, if they were going to stop at the Bisonville McDonald's for a quick
trying to find out if
bite.
the Golden Corral's open back up in Zanesville.
Samsel's free throw off.
Speaking of the Golden Corral, when I went south, I learned to like okra a lot, and Golden Corral is one of the only few places ever served it, so I kind of miss that place.
I don't know if I've ever had okra. I've seen it.
Fried okra with ketchup. Pretty good stuff, honestly. Like I said, I went to college in Arkansas, got to where I like that stuff, and anytime I can get my hands on it, I'll eat it. One of the few southern delicacies I like. Didn't really like grits when I was down there too well.
And Hupp's going to pull the three. Nails it with the assist from Singleton.
We're going to get a timeout.
And we got timeout to Riverview. It's the 15-point game with 6:28 remaining in the contest, and it's going to be a full timeout. So we will take a full timeout as well here on the KGP network with the Colts on top 48-33. Welcome back. Meadowbrook High School Colts on top by 15, 48-33. 6:28 remaining in the contest. Riverview possession. Foul situation here. Meadowbrook has 14 fouls, while Riverview has 5. Summers looking. Passes
Nice
Samsel
job.
deflected by Hupp, out of bounds. Good job by Hupp getting that hand in there, snapping and knocking it away. May not come as a steal, but it kind of makes you think twice before you make that pass sometimes. As Summers cut off by Eibel, finds a cutting Samsel.
That was a nice find by Summers.
Layup good from Samsel. He has 5.
5 now.
And Samsel's going to get a steal here. He's going to take it to Webster. Shot fake, puts it up and off the glass.
That's a nice shot
And
fake.
he has 7 now.
And now you look up.
And another steal. Summers to Emig, no good. Rebounded by Hupp.
Down. Jeez. Meadowbrook didn't need that.
And Meadowbrook coming right back, but Emig's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah.
Jake's going to be at the line shooting too.
After all that craziness, we look up the clock and Meadowbrook leads by 11.
Shocker.
It's like, how? Jeez.
Romeo Dorsey getting
I'd
ready
look
to check
over.
back in.
I'd look over and ask Shylin if she knew how all this is happening, but she's just grinning. So we'll give a shout out to her mom, Kelly, who's probably watching the game. Her and her dad, Matt, good friends. So good people. If they're listening out there, I'd like to say hello and thanks for watching.
So the first free throw by Jake goes down. Second one does as well. He's up to 28 now. 50-37. Hey, it's a 13-point game now. Seems like
not for long.
Yeah. And here comes a real quick deuce from the Riverview Black Bears, as it seems like every time we've looked at that scoreboard, it's went from.
Dorsey picks one up. There's the kind of steals you like to get right there.
So Jake gets the screen from Dorsey. Dorsey rolling. There's Fry to help.
That's a nice take by Dorsey.
And he makes the bucket, draws the foul.
I tell you what, that's a big man's move right there.
Going up and through the defender, puts the bucket in. Now he's got the bonus.
You know, and I keep, the more I watch Dorsey play, you know, he reminds me of some of those old school Georgetown centers. You know, Georgetown had a lot of good ones with Dikembe and Ewing and Zoe. I mean, Dorsey just reminds me a lot of the Georgetown mold for some
Summers,
reason.
he's going to get it stolen by Singleton. He's going to drive, lay it up. No good, but he's going to draw the foul from Bryson Fry, and that's probably going to be his 3rd.
Yeah, Bryson's. Yeah.
So don't look now, but the Colts have 3 players in double figures. Obviously, Jake with 28 and counting as he's going to the line for 2, but Dorsey and Hupp with 11 apiece.
Jake's just, he's just tearing it up tonight.
29 now for Singleton.
But I think he's averaging it. He averaging about 26 or 7. I think from what I saw posted the other night, I think he's like 2nd in the state average-wise this season or something.
I don't know
like
if that has everybody in the state. I'm not really. I don't think it has every. I think it's the teams that use that website.
Okay.
I think, and I may be wrong, but I think.
Okay.
Because I know.
Oh, there's a big time travels.
Because I know another area coach posted that his player is averaging more than that.
Okay.
So.
Hey, but still, I mean, for all those teams that use it, you're probably talking at least, 75, 100 teams probably use that site still nonetheless.
You still get still good recognition. Still,
when
you're averaging that many points, you're good no matter what.
Yeah, Hupp misses, but Dorsey with the offensive rebound, he misses.
He's going to get a second opportunity, no good. One. And now Fry is going to clean it up.
Which Fry?
Number 3 Fry. As stolen by Jake, and he puts it up and in. So we're going to go with number 3 Fry, who is Carter Fry. Maybe by the end of this live stream, I'll remember Carter is 3 and Bryson's 24.
We're calling. I don't know what they were calling. So Meadowbrook now on an 8-0 run and not so fast. You look up there and it's a 20-point lead. So, you know.
They got sick of us talking about 11.
That's what I was going to say. carrier pigeon sent a note to the bench and said, hey, get the score off of 11.
Summers over to Emig, shot fake, lifts it.
Yeah,
and
body
he's gonna be
hop.
shooting
Yeah,
three.
I know he don't like it, but hey, Emig got him up in the air and had him where he wanted him. So we're going to see 3 out of Emig. Emig's Riverview's leading scorer tonight with 10, and I think the only
14.
other guy, or 14, and I was getting ahead of myself. I think the only other guy in double digits is Carter Fry with 10.
Yep. So he hits the first free throw. And the second free throw rattles around and out. Trayvon Mayo checking in for Josh Hupp here with 3:58 to go in the game. And the third free throw is good. So 2 on a 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf says. And they cut it to 18.
Yeah, we never know what we're going to say. That one even got me trained.
Jake, open 3, count it.
Yeah.
Webster with the assist. That's a layup right there, as open as he was. Give him 35 now, so he's trying to outscore the Black Bears himself here tonight.
Little pin-up frustration from the other night as well.
Mm-hmm.
I still think he scored 20 the other night, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
Little bump by Dorsey.
Yep, and that's going to be the 6th team foul on the Colts. So
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I think that's Dorsey's first foul of the night. It is.
Yep.
So the other night he got in a little bit of foul trouble. So he's done a nice job because, you know, he's been really active, altering shots, getting blocks, getting offensive boards. So you know, that's a testament to him tonight to play almost near 4 quarters with only, you know, with 0 fouls. As active as he's been. So.
And that's going to be stolen.
Yeah, jump ball.
But we're going to have a jump ball, but it is going to be a steal for Jake.
Yeah. I tell you what, Riverview coming into this quarter, it only had 5 turnovers for the game. They now have 5 this quarter alone.
So luckily for Jake, Coach Norman, I think, left, but he would be like, man, why didn't you try out for the football team? Could have used you as a DB going up and taking that away.
Yeah.
Jake with it, swings it over to Webster.
Looks like Riverview's going to wave the white flag as a couple bench guys about to check in.
Heibel with it into the high post to Dane Singleton, looking around, gets it down to Webster.
Webster thought about it for a second.
Just wanted to see the reaction that he got.
Yeah. Inadvertent that Sampson caught him up in the ear with an elbow.
So Carter Fry's going to get the steal. Owen Emig looking to drive, and we're going to have a reach-in foul, and Emig should be at the line shooting 1-and-1.
I think they're going to call it on Trayvon, I think. But yeah, Trayvon's third. So that's Webster, Trayvon, and Dane all 3 with 3.
So Jaden Adams and Alex Griffin are going to check in. And Garrett Milam's going to check in for Jake for the Colts.
Yeah, that's a good to get him off floor. No sense of getting him hurt. You know what I mean? When you're up, it's over. But a great game by Jake tonight. So
Emig gets the first one to fall.
And we failed to mention Garrett Milam checks in.
And the second one falls as well as number 10, Preston Yoder's going to check in for Emig. So Emig's night's done with 18 points.
Yeah, I tell you what, I know that it's not going to be the result that the team wants, but Emig, he showed a lot of things tonight. He's a good ball player.
And you never know, these two teams could meet again as they're both Division II, could face each other in the sectional.
Yeah, you could see each other in the sectional.
Milam looking around, gets it over to Eibel. Being guarded by Samsel. Kicks it over to Trayvon Mayo. He's going to bring it back up top, work the clock, gets it over to the right wing to Eibel. Now up top to Webster. As Meadowbrook stalling it out, holding the ball, running the clock here in the final 2 minutes of the ball game. almost stolen there by Yoder. Eibel looking to drive, kicks it over to Mayo wisely, just pulls it back out, gets it to Webster, who's going to hold it. So Meadowbrook doing a good job in the delay offense here. The clock continuing to work, and now we're going to have a foul on Bryson Fry. So Milam's going to be at the line shooting 1-1. As Riverview's got a couple more players check in. Number 30, Brody Shrimplin, and number 33, Scott Moses.
I'll tell you what, I'll challenge you to say Brody Shrimplin as fast as you can 3 times in a row. See it.
Not going to do it.
Oh,
I believe
give our listeners some fun, Frank. Come on.
And if I'm mistaken, another one of my favorite Riverview players was probably his older brother, or possibly relation, because Shrimplin's not a common name, kind of like McCullough.
Garrett drops into the scoring column with that free throw.
I think it was Cal Shrimplin, who was a solid post player, solid player on their football team. He graduated recently. He's always enjoyed watching him play.
So nice job by Garrett there.
Cal Shrimplin was another junkyard dog, and I'm sure his brother is as well, as Moses kicks it out to Yoder. Shot fake, pull up jumper.
Nice shot fake by Preston Yoder. And that's I said before we started tonight, Yoder, that's a name that you'll hear a lot up at the Highland area or even Garraway. A lot of good players coming out of that area.
So Eibel dribbles around, working the clock now. He gets it to Milam.
Moses.
And we're going to have we're finally going to have the foul there, as Griffin's kind of giving a little shove.
And I'm sure Milam don't care. He's like, hey, send me back to the free throw line. I just knocked down 2. Let me knock down another pair.
Yeah, Milam, a solid shooter, gets those feet set. And
I'll tell you what, the other night against Crooksville, he had a couple really nice shots. So it's good to see him get some action. And, moving forward, he's a sophomore, so they'll be relying on him as they come into next season. So it's good to see him getting some play.
And he splashes both free throws, and we'll have to
I'll tell you what, that's solid shooting right there, too.
Well, we'll have to mention Colton Delancey and Justice Huey checked in for the Colts. We didn't see him originally, or at least I didn't mention him, as Griffin's going to be swatted by
that was Dane with the swat, and Milam with the rebound.
So now
we're about 50 seconds left, and a 21-point lead for the hosts. And if you've seen the JV squad, Justice Huey is kind of the captain of that JV team. Pretty good little player. So it's nice to see Meadowbrook's future guys getting some playing time.
You should always be able to find him with the
bright shoes. Oh yeah, he's, as I said.
One thing is he's never going to win a hide and go seek competition at night with those shoes.
He looks like he went out to the Oscars and those were in his swag bag.
Eibel getting close to that half-court line. Looking to dribble it out. Now gets it over to Milam, and that probably should do it.
Yep.
As Meadowbrook's going to pick up the 64-43 victory to improve to 8-3. Riverview's going to drop to 6-7. So a nice rebound for the Colts after a tough Saturday night. Pick up a nice Tuesday night victory, 64-43 over Riverview. We'll be back after a quick break with in-game statistics and analysis here on the KGP Network. Welcome back, Meadowbrook High School, as the Colts rebound from a tough Saturday night with a Muskingum Valley League victory tonight over Riverview, 64-43. Meadowbrook claimed a 17-8 lead at the end of the first quarter, extended that lead to 30-18 at the half. A back-and-forth battle in the third quarter made the score 43-32 Meadowbrook, and then Meadowbrook extended it out in the fourth quarter with a 64-43 win to improve to 8-3 on the season. The loss drops Riverview to 6-7. So looking down the total for individual scoring, leading the way for Riverview was Owen Emig with 18 points. The other scorer in double digit was Carter Fry with 10. With 7 points was Slater Sampsell. And 4 players had 2 points apiece, that being Gage Summers, Preston Yoder, Bryson Fry, and Alex Griffith. Over to the Colts, led by 3 guys in double digits, with their leading scorer being Jake Singleton with 35 points. And with 11 points each, Romeo Dorsey and Josh Hupp. With 4 points, Garrett Milam, who hit 4 free throws in the fourth quarter to ice the ball game for the Colts. Drew Webster finished with 2 points, and Trayvon Mayo had a point for Meadowbrook for their total of 64 points. And real quick, if my phone would actually work, I could possibly tell some other information, but let's go ahead and go over to Heath for team statistics.
Okay, on the night, Meadowbrook finished the ball game 23 of 45 from the field, including 5 of 11 from downtown. On the flip side, Riverview shot 15 of 40, and they buried 2 of their 11 triples. As far as rebounding goes, remember, Riverview had a slight edge in rebounding at the half, but Meadowbrook ended up taking the overall advantage on the glass for the night. They had 27, Riverview with 26. Leader for Meadowbrook, you had Romeo with 6 tonight, Josh Hupp with 5, Drew Webster with 4, and Jake Singleton with 3. On the visitor side of things, they had Carter Fry with 9, so he led the ball game. So 9 rebounds, and then your boy Slater Sampsell had 4. So as far as Meadowbrook assists goes, they had 8. Drew Webster and Jake each with 3. For Riverview, he had Gage Summers with 3. He had 3 of their 6. Steals, Meadowbrook was 6. Singleton had 3, and Dorsey had 2. For Riverview, they had 2 steals. They had 5 steals. Their leader in the steals department was Bryson Fry with 2. As far as blocks, Meadowbrook ended up with 4. You had Jake with 1, Dane with 1, and Dorsey, their leader, with 2. And then on the flip side, Riverview had 2 blocks, Sampsell with 2. Turnovers, Meadowbrook, a nice job in the second half, Darren, as Meadowbrook only had 1 turnover in each of the third and fourth quarters. And remember, at the half, they came out with a 12-point lead, and just a nice job of taking care of the basketball after struggling on Saturday here. But, yeah, again, only 7 turnovers for the night, so good job by Meadowbrook. Anytime you can keep it to, you keep it down to that 7 to 9 mark, you're pretty happy. Things are usually going to turn out pretty well if you can keep the turnovers to single digits. On the flip side of things, Riverview, as I said, in the midway of the fourth, they ended up with 5 turnovers there in the fourth quarter, and that equaled what they had for the rest of the game. They ended up with 10. So nice job, Meadowbrook, there, turning up the pressure in the turnover department in the final frame there.
And the statistic I wanted to share, I thought I was correct. The 35 points tonight is a season high for Jake Singleton.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say I thought so too.
Maybe a career high. Don't want to go that far.
Herbo, are you still listening? The closer, are you out there? We're sending out a bat signal to the closer.
Sending out an SOS.
Yes, we've got the number 2 sign on our left arm there. We're trying to send out the bullpen call.
We don't want Vaughn.
No,
we want the closer, Kirby Graham.
Yes, but when you look at tonight's ball game, one of the biggest things is you look and, Riverview was down, as I said, 30-18 going into the final quarter, and you just felt like Meadowbrook hasn't delivered that knockout punch yet. At a few different times, it looked like they might have had him on the ropes, but I remember at one point Riverview was down. You looked up and they were down 7 and had the ball. So Riverview was right there. Meadowbrook comes out. They jumped out to a 35-19 lead there in the final quarter, but then Riverview had cut it to 12 again, and then the big 8-0 run really on the backs of Dorsey and Jake. They go on that 8-0 run, and that pretty much put it up to 20, and that was all she wrote.
Yeah, once Meadowbrook got rolling there in the late third quarter, early fourth quarter, it really set the tone.
Right. And, basketball is a game of runs. But, for Meadowbrook, when you look and they had, throughout the game, they had 2 10-0 runs and an 8-0 run as well. So when you look at that, and they had near 3 runs of 28-0 combined, and then you throw in the turnovers, that's going to set you pretty well up for a victory that night.
Yeah, and whenever you get 35 points from your top player, that obviously is a huge help, and it takes a lot of pressure off the other kids with Jake scoring that much, and him and Emig both scored in a variety of ways and made a lot of impressive moves. And unfortunately for Riverview, the border kid wasn't able to play tonight. It'd be nice. I know I've seen him play some of their live streams this year. It'd be nice to have seen him play, because obviously he takes some of that pressure off of Emig, but still a great all-around game and a big victory for the Colts. Nice rebound. The Colts' next game is Friday at Maysville.
And I was going to say one thing.
And that's a Friday night.
Wanted to add one thing about what you were saying about Jake. He scores 35, and, if you're the opposing squad coming into Meadowbrook, that's the guy you got to shut down. If you let Jake get his, you just got to stop the other guys. So let's give some credit tonight to Dorsey and Hupp. They did a lot of the work down low as well. Both of them did a nice job, especially we talked about Dorsey, how he was able to get in there and use his length to alter shots and block a couple shots. Dorsey, to me, is growing before our eyes with each game. He's getting better and better. And, as I said the other night, about the other night before we went on air, I think that the sales game is going to do a lot of good, particularly for Dorsey. Because he had Schuler down low and Cruz Sanchez and the number 11, the Knowles boy. The sales had some length, and I think that's going to go a long way to helping Dorsey. Sometimes in a loss, you don't like to lose, but you have to look at the bright side and say, hey, will that help me get better as a player? And tonight I think Dorsey showed that, hey, he's got a lot of potential, and he's starting to put it all together, and it's nice to see that. And then what can you say about Hupp? As you said, he is a junkyard dog, a garbage pail kid, whatever, a blue-collar kid, whatever you want to call him. If you watch wrestling, heavy machinery type guy, bring out the blue-collar solid.
As my boy Stacey King on the Chicago Bulls telecast says, hard hat, lunch pail.
Yeah.
He used to call about a Taj Gibson when he played for the Bulls, now playing for the Knicks. Just a scrappy player that's just going to give you everything he's got.
As they called, like I said, on WWE, I'm still a wrestling fan. I have been ever since I was a kid with the Macho Madness and Hogan. Tommy Strasser, if he's listening, he'll love it. But you got to give a shout out to, like I said, a tag team, Heavy Machinery. They're not together anymore, but he said they called it blue collar solid. And I tell you what, that's what Josh Hupp is. He's blue collar solid. And, it is nice to see those guys scoring. And, you figure a lot of times if they're going to get that double-digit score, you're expecting maybe Webster or Eibel. But it's nice to see that the different guys are starting to, contribute. And Trayvon has started to get a lot more playing time, as we were seeing. And tonight, you saw Coach Jarrett put him in early on Emig. Yeah. Eibel was in there, and that's not a knock against Eibel. There's going to be matchups that you have to take. Some nights, Eibel's going to be the matchup you like. Other nights, maybe it is Trayvon. But he put Trayvon in on Emig. And, you look at the half, and Emig is a great scorer. And he only had 6 at the half. And a lot of that goes to the credit of Trayvon's defense. Yeah. So you're starting to see Meadowbrook piece things together, and it's nice to see that.
Yeah, he definitely frustrated him in that second quarter.
Yep, he did.
So looking down on Meadowbrook, like we said, their next game is Friday at Maysville. I believe a week from today is their makeup game at Coshocton. That was canceled not once but twice. And then our next live stream should be January 21st when the Meadowbrook Colts host the Sheridan Generals in another Muskingum Valley League crossover game. So it'll be a little while. We'll have to wait 10 days, but we'll see you.
Hey, we'll be ready.
Have a good night and enjoy the next 10 days.
Take care, yeah.
And we'll see you the 21st.
Take care, everyone.